guys, SuperHorrorBro Mike here, and in today's video we take a journey through the latest free update for Boris and the Dark Survival, titled The Wolf Trials. This DLC added in a bevy of additional content to the base game, including some spooky secrets, new audio recordings, and even new enemy types. In this video, we take a look at all known content included in the Wolf Trials update, including an analysis of the new tapes and even some light theory talk. Let's kick things off with a look at some returning characters found within Boris and the Dark Survival, The Wolf Trials. First up is the Projectionist. Norman Polk's twisted Frankenstein's monster returns and is more persistent than ever before. He is given an entire stage to himself, which we are spawned into at random at various points during the game. However, after beating this stage, Norman can also appear in regular stages from time to time. A startling sight, to be sure. The look of a Projectionist stage is reminiscent of a Projectionist lair from Bendy and the Ink Machine Chapter 3, albeit without projectors looping old episodes of the Bendy cartoons. After all, as Norman said himself,
"It's just the nature of us Projectionists to seek out the dark places."
In these stages, the items Boris is tasked with collecting have changed from things such as books, wrenches, and radios to actual hearts. Again, a throwback to Bendy Chapter 3, where Alice tasked Henry with collecting hearts for her. Speaking of Alice Angel, she also makes a return in this update. However, unlike the Projectionist, Alice takes a little work to unlock. As we begin exploring the Wolf Trials update, one of the first points of interest is the door next to the elevator in Boris's safe house. It is now unlocked. On the wall, we discover a pinball-esque minigame, which requires the collection of 6 fuses to unlock and holds a secret of its own. More on that one later. We also find a locked door with "Please find me" and "Help" scrawled on the walls around it. Now, beside this door is a cassette player, and we are asked to collect tapes which introduce a new character called Miller.
I don't know why I'm even recording this, but I don't know what else to do. Please, whoever you may be, I need your help. My name is Miller. Several days ago, I got lost down in this terrible place. There are monsters here. Things I can't even describe. They're all trying to kill me. I can hear them outside. Please look for my messages. Please, come find me.
These tapes are located inside another new edition that came with this update, procured from rooting around inside the torn-up chest cavities of various Boris clones, which are strapped to operating tables found around the levels. As the tapes unfold, we learn more about Miller and her tragic story. Take a listen to the remaining 4 tapes.
My father was a butcher. Rest his soul. My mother and I had only each other while I was growing up. She taught me how to be resilient, strong. But now, I am afraid of that demon outside my door. I saw so many things dismembered in my father's butcher shop. I'm having images of myself ending up as they did, their bodies broken and pulled apart. Please come find me. I don't know how much longer I can stay alive. I like to pretend someone is coming for me. At any moment, someone will open this door and save me from this suffering. If a hero exists, no matter what size or shape they may take, now is the time. Please come find me. I am not one to lie. I don't like when people lie to me. My mother always told me, honesty, Miller. Always honesty. Be bright and smile wide. Good things will come. But I can see the world is a cruel place. I want to shine, but it's so dark. Hope is fading down here. The monsters are closing in. Please come find me. There isn't much time. If you found my messages, here is my last one. So this is my final plea. If anyone is out there,
The final tape tasks Boris with collecting a key, which will finally grant him access to this locked door. Again, the key can be found hidden inside one of the dead Boris clones. However, upon opening the door, we are treated to a secret ending, which introduces a very familiar face. Take a look. So this whole time, Miller has indeed been Alice Angel in disguise. Boris now finds himself against the clock as he rushes to grab his loot before the angel descends upon him. While Alice Angel's stage is modelled around the same structure as both Bendy and the projectionist, she moves much faster, keeping pace with Boris when running, and catching up in seconds if he runs out of stamina. The most interesting aspect of Alice's return in Boris and the Dark Survival is surely found when we analyse Miller's audio. All the warning signs were there from the start, and we see shades of both Alice and her human side, Susie Campbell, existing within these lines. We know Alice and Susie were both afraid of the ink demon Bendy.
The demon touched me again.
This is reflected in Miller's lines.
But now, I am afraid of that demon outside my door.
And we also know that Susie Campbell was very close to her mother, as discussed in a teaser for Bendy and the Dark Revival.
The work of a voice actress can be a tough one, Mama.
And Miller mentions her mother here.
I am not one to lie. I don't like when people lie to me. My mother always told me, be bright and smile wide. Good things will come.
This line also discusses how she hates liars. Alice also hates liars, as she mentions in her audio log here in chapter 4.
Alice? Oh, she doesn't like liars.
This stemming from her mistreatment at the hands of Joey Drew, who promised she could become a living version of Alice, something which didn't quite work out as expected. These lines from Miller may also symbolize the transformation of Susie's good-natured soul into the cruel and twisted persona of Alice Angel, and we get a sense that many of these lines are coming directly from Susie rather than Alice.
I want to shine, but it's so dark. Hope is fading down here.
As for the Russian-sounding accent, well, Susie Campbell was after all a talented voice actress, and so would be a dab hand at impressions. Not to mention Alice's devious side coming into play to think up the diabolical scheme in the first place. She really was a master manipulator. But perhaps the biggest red flag for Miller being Alice in disguise this whole time was the fact she used torn-up Boris clones to hide her tapes inside. Anyone who has played or watched Bendy and the Ink Machine will know this is an Alice Angel trademark, and this trap explains how she managed to lure so many different clones to their inevitable demise. Susie was used to the animal anatomy as a result of growing up around a butcher's shop which her father owned. So this explains how this version of Alice knew so much about dissection and organ removal. So that's a brief analysis of Alice's audio in this update, but there are still 2 characters we have yet to cover.